I've been obsessed with this concept of not viewing Instagram as this black and white reality where you can either go full in and be on it all day, or you just can delete it and remove it from your life entirely. Instead, viewing this metaverse for what it actually is. It's an objective platform. That's it. It has no emotions or feelings. It's not trying to suck ambition out of you. It's not out to make you depressed. It's an app. It's not human. Even the creators of this platform never knew what it would evolve to become. It's the users who decide this. They simply, as any business, manage its overhead and keep it alive and thriving. It is up to you as a user, just as with junk food and alcohol, to be intentional with your use and decide if you're going to let this product run your life or if you're going to approach it in a healthy manner. Now, what does that mean? YouTube will tell you to delete it. Well, I personally don't think that's the most healthy option. I genuinely believe that, especially if you have any aspiration to achieve financial and personal freedom. If you're climbing the corporate ladder, if you're living a life that is largely predictable and you have no intention of leaving that, then yeah, absolutely, delete it. Delete it now. There's no reason for you to have that kind of access. All it's going to do is provide negativity. You already have everything you need around you. But if you want to create a brand, if you have art within you that you have always felt compelled to communicate to the world, Instagram is a remarkable asset. And by ridding it out of your life, you're making that path to freedom a lot muddier. But I'm also not telling you to continue with your normal routine of just scrolling away and logging multiple hours of screen time per day. A hammer can be used to kill, but it can also be used to build skyscrapers. It's time to start using Instagram for what it truly is, a tool to the life that you want to live. I have personally implemented this protocol over the past handful of years, and I can say with 100% confidence, Instagram does not run my life in any facet. It doesn't cause me any FOMO. I log a few hours per quarter, yes, every 3 months, but at the same time, it fuels my lifestyle. It reaffirms my personal growth, and it literally rewires my brain to consistently believe I am who I'm aspiring to be on repeat. If you follow this protocol, you will manipulate Instagram to be a tool in your arsenal instead of this false god who is running your life and convincing you that you're destined for a mundane future. I broke this protocol into 4 simple steps. All of these you can do right now as you follow along with this video, but the results, like any worthwhile venture in life, will come with consistency and compounded use. You have to continue to do this day in and day out. No one cares. No one cares that you graduated. No one cares you went to a concert. No one cares you're ripped. No one cares you found a girlfriend. I know this sounds harsh, but it's the truth. You need to start posting with this mentality. Anyone who would genuinely care about these mundane updates in your life are the ones that are already right around you in your tight-knit circle and are in your real life. There is no need to post these things because ultimately I can guarantee you, you don't even care about what you're posting. So it's time to shed the dead weight, shed the evidence that you're still a 1 in a million human posting the exact same fluff that every other account is posting. Shed the people that you follow and just don't care about, and vice versa. And a funny one to me is this trap that we've fallen into of thinking we need to follow celebrities or actors or athletes. I feel like Instagram always suggests these accounts to follow, and I never understood the idea of following someone I didn't personally know. Think about it. They're making a lot of money, acting in movies, whatever, awesome, cool. What does that have to do with you? You don't know them. They don't know you. And I sure don't want to be this rat beneath these brands feeding into their engagement and being one of their million likes. It's literally like you're signing a contract every time you follow one of these accounts, affirming your position as just a fan. They don't follow you back. They don't ever give you the time of day. So what's the trade-off here? It's by definition inauthentic. You need to enter a mindset of, I respect what you're doing, but I'm not beneath you. I'm on my own personal journey of impact, of art, of success. If we meet one day in person and we vibe as humans, then sure, we can follow each other at that point. But if you're not in my world right now, you're not in my space, you're not in my circle, then I don't have time for fluff. So shed it. Unfollow every person who doesn't follow you back. You're disrespecting yourself without even realizing it. Your platform is rare, it's unique, it's sought after. That's the new MO. You have to start treating yourself with this respect. My rule of thumb when looking at your following right now is setting a standard of 3 checkboxes as you clean this up. Does this person follow me back? Do I actually see this person in real life at least every few months? Does this person provide any value to my life? If every single one of these boxes is not checked, unfollow. All the hot models you're following, unfollow. They're not real. They're not in your life. You can't see them, you can't touch them, they're not tangible. The only purpose they could ever serve is to induce FOMO and kill your momentum. Be better than that person who is just consuming that brain deteriorating content. So now that your logistics are cleaned up, you're only following close family members, close friends, etc., it's time to do a purge of your content. As I said earlier, your feed is probably 95% filled with stuff you never really cared about and that no one else cares about. So delete it. Delete the pictures with terrible lighting of you awkwardly holding a fish, the high school party pictures, the one arm around your buddy's shoulder at a college bar holding a beer. Believe me, I had a plethora of this content, things that I looked back on and just remembered not being in a healthy place when posting them. It wasn't for me. It was a facade I was pushing forward, trying to impress people that weren't even beneficial to my life, trying to attract girls, get likes, and prove something that was entirely fake. So why would I keep those posts up if they're just gonna continue to remind me of who that person was? From now on, you post for you, no one else. So you're on this self-growth journey. You're morphing into a better version of yourself capable of incredible things, yet your social identity is reaffirming that you're actually not growing. It's holding you in place, telling you and everyone else that you are just a college alumni who fishes and works out. As much as you are trying to escape this identity, you're making it nearly impossible by building an army in your subconscious and of people around you, telling you constantly that you are not capable of change. This is a new way of living that we have to accept. We are walking thumbnails. Everyone has preconceived notions about us via our social presentation. So instead of just crawling in a hole and just saying that social media is the worst thing ever, it's the death of society, you can instead do what every smart person has ever done throughout the course of history and use this to your advantage. If everyone is now designed to treat you a certain way based on your social appearance, then you can just tweak those inputs, change what they see and turn them into ammunition, reaffirming your desired self. Instead of mean, judgmental people who are constantly down on you, they're now on your team. They're now supporting the vision and rooting for you, pushing you forward without even knowing it. This is what I did. I realized that if everyone was going to bring my social identity into the real world and talk to me as if I'm this person who I present online, then I can hack this, so to speak, by posting what my desired self would post. I didn't necessarily have to be that person just yet. All I had to do was act like them. So I posted subtle moments of me traveling the world or surfing in exotic locations or just surrounded by good people, creating art, living the life that I wanted to live, not necessarily the one that I was quite living yet, but at least convincing myself that I was at that point. And all of these photos, videos were for me. They weren't for anyone else. It was to convince me, Landon, that you are this person. You are becoming this person you want to become. Look, right here, here's the evidence. There's nothing holding you back. You can become this person now. You can change. You can upgrade into this new version of yourself. Then if that wasn't enough, everyone around me started saying things that sounded foreign to me. So you're a big travel guy, huh? Your aesthetic is so sick. You seem so calm and genuine. You're so much different than every other guy I see on Instagram. OMG, I can't believe I made a Landon post. All of these comments dug into my subconscious and began compounding positivity. Instead of condensing my world, Instagram began expanding it. So now that your platform is cleaned up, you're starting fresh, keep this in mind when you're posting, so you're only posting with intention. Ask yourself questions before you upload something like, would that better me, that person I'm trying to become, post this? Is this coming from a place of pure authenticity? Am I trying to prove anything to anyone with this post? Was this earned? Did I have to do something greater than who I currently am to achieve these visual assets? If these are all checked, then post it. If not, get off the app. Go live some more until you can check these boxes. Now we get into the actual screen time that you are devoting to this app. Your feed is now far cleaner, your profile is now unique and rare, but this is still an app that desires your attention. It is ran by a very intelligent algorithm that is doing everything in its power to keep you on this app. So why put yourself through that? There are no celebrities to look at, no false attraction, no business gurus who yell these same recycled tips at you constantly. This was intentional. We built this so you wouldn't receive these bits and pieces of dopamine in your explore page or feed or wherever. So now it's far easier to just delete it. And there's a caveat there. You delete it until you have intention. Your profile is still there, it's alive and well, people can still view it and reaffirm who you are becoming, but you're no longer a slave to the thing. You're not in the race, you're out living your life. the real, raw, beautiful thing out there. And once you have earned a handful of moments of incredible experiences, remarkable people around you, personal achievement, then compile a few of those pictures together, videos, whatever, download the app, sign in, go immediately to post, grab those photos, those videos you want to post, put it up, and then you're done. Hop off, delete it, you're out. You're back to living. The others, everyone else on the app still is still stuck in the game, but you're out. You're better than all that. And what this typically looks like for me is about 2 to 3 months of uninterrupted living. I don't have it downloaded. I don't have it in my life at all. And then once I have a few bits and pieces of images, of videos that I'm genuinely passionate about and that prove that I am changing, upgrading, becoming a better person, I now have that inclination, usually at the end of every quarter, to intentionally put this out in the world. I download it, I share it for me, and then I delete it. I wipe it. I don't need to see the validation. I don't need the comments. I don't need the likes. I don't need anything. These things, these parts of my life, it's not for y'all, it's for me. Essentially, this can all be wrapped up by saying everything affects everything. You can't be one person trying to change the world or start a fruitful business or create beautiful art and then be this other person who scrolls on Instagram 24/7 and just gives this nonsense of sporadic dopamine all your energy and time. That just doesn't compute. You have to choose. Be a part of the herd and accept daily questioning of, am I good enough? Am I as cool as this person? Can I live the life they're living? Or I'm living my dream. I'm growing every day and I am worthy of whatever life I deem necessary to fulfill me. No one else. So I will use this app, this online world, to support this. I will align this part of my life with my real life, because as long as I don't, there will be a massive gaping hole in my identity. No way. Dude, that's actually wild. It's good news. I want to conclude this protocol with just a few notes. Again, I can't stress this enough. This is set up like any form of success that is actually worthwhile. It requires delayed gratification. You must go out and live, grow, and adapt constantly to actually reap the benefits of this process. And this can be amplified to those who are attempting to run a personal brand through Instagram. Again, currently, I don't see Instagram as beneficial to grow my audience, so I simply get on it once every few months. That's what is working for me. And that can change. Maybe later down the road, I'll start to invest more time into the platform simply to grow a brand or whatever I'm trying to do, or just preferably hire someone to post all that for me so I can step aside and do my thing. You can follow this same protocol and post more. You just have to ensure you're still abiding by these checkboxes. And lastly, this is just one person sharing what works for them. YouTube is not the end-all be-all of how you should live your life. Analyze what I said, implement if you wish, don't if you don't want to. I am simply providing perspective on what works for me and keeps me genuinely happier with my day-to-day life. That is it for this video. Thank you for the time, and I will see you in the next one.